We're back at KubeCon, and I'm with Alin Dobra, who is a founder of Bunnyshell, an interestingly named company that does what we think is a pretty important thing. Can you tell us more about it?
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thanks for being here. What happened in the last 20 years was a lot of innovation on the production environment, but development still happened like 20 years ago. Everything manually configured by hand on a laptop, which the environment is completely different from the production, because you cannot emulate or install the cloud on the laptop, actually. So developers, they need to work on an environment that is completely different, and they waste a lot of time, from few days up to few, to set up the environment, and it's not only one time. They need to maintain, they need to configure, they need to update the local environment. What Bunnyshell is doing, we create a blueprint from the production environment, and you can install, you can spin up that environment as many times as you want. Basically, we create replica of the production, and you can have your developers to create an environment and start developing remotely. They don't need to install anything on their laptop. They can run on an iPad, they can run for a laptop in less than 5 minutes.
So you interrogate the production environment, and you assume that the production environment is going to be the beneficiary of all the best practices, and it is the model for the final, well, it is the final environment. And so that's your single source of truth. And then how do you access, in effect, the global bill of materials for a Kubernetes? It's only Kubernetes that you're dealing with.
It's not only Kubernetes. We can emulate what means an environment for us. Means the infrastructure, which is about all the cloud native services, also the Kubernetes, but also the database as a service, storage as a service, Lambda, all the cloud services, but also the applications, the microservices, the backend, the frontend, the gateway, everything, and also the data. So at the end, to put a pointer to that application, to that environment, and you have a fully workable environment, which is identical with the production.
Huh. And
imagine you hire a new developer.
Yeah.
The first thing that he needs to do is to have an environment to start working, to clone the code, to push, to start learning the application,
Sure.
and contribute. Right now, they need to do that on local. With Bunnyshell, they just clone that blueprint, which is the full copy of the production, and have the environment in less than 5 minutes. After the developer, let's say, start writing a feature and finish the code and push, Bunnyshell will create an ephemeral environment from that specific feature, from that specific bench, and you can share with the rest of the team. For example, with the QA, with the tester, with the product owner, you can do some user testing, you can share with the customer that specific feature.
And so you end up with your developers having continuity from, well, backwards from production to QA test to
develop.
dev.
Exactly.
And this is a rapid process, so that it's not creating terrible lag or burdens on SREs because it's fully automated.
Yeah, it's self-service for developers.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, so developers can do self-service environments.
That's very powerful. We at Mirantis talk a lot about how important it is to have cluster model consistency, so that the eventual configurations of production applications can be the same.
Yeah.
But this solves more problems than that.
I think this is truly the what means to shift left. Actually, if you want to shift left, you cannot shift left everything to developers without give them the power to self-service the environments and to test in real-life conditions.
This also means, I suppose, that applications can be tested qua themselves and also can be tested for operability and manageability by SREs.
Yes.
In model environments.
Yes.
So you can do, for example, DevSecOps development against your application in a model environment where you're not messing constantly with the security envelope around your production cluster. You're never developing live.
Exactly.
That's extraordinarily powerful. I really like this. Where did you come up with the name Bunnyshell?
The name Bunnyshell, I work with Roxana, which I work with her as our DevOps in the last. I work with her as DevOps in the last 7 to almost 10 years, and every time when she installed the software, she put a bunny on that software. And Bunny is when she installed, I don't know, Grafana, Kibana, a lot of tools, I saw a lot of Bunny. So when I started the company, it was very easy to that Bunnyshell is the name.
It's very funny. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us today.
The same.
I appreciate
It was a pleasure.